Hey guys, okay, so your lesson for today is lesson 48. This is the last grammar lesson that you are going to complete for this school year. So go ahead and do a little happy dance as you are watching this video, on your computer. So this is the last one that we're going to cover. This lesson is all about using semicolons, when you use them, how you use them, when it's appropriate to use them. And I will say this is probably one of the more difficult lessons out of this unit. And the reason why is a lot of times semicolons are used incorrectly, or writers avoid using them because they're not sure when to use them correctly. So hopefully after the end of this lesson, you will feel more confident in using semicolons. It's a great addition to your writing and your writing style because it creates complex sentences, more interesting sentences, which in turn leads to more complex and interesting writing. And that's kind of been our whole goal for this school year, is creative and interesting writing that makes your reader want to know more. So I strongly advise you, please don't fast forward through this video just to get to your assignment for today. Please actually watch it. We're going to go through and do a couple of these together. So please take the time, watch this video. Out of any of the lessons that might give you some difficulty on your grammar test next Tuesday, this is probably one of the ones that could be most difficult. So let's go ahead and talk about semicolons. Let's look at the sentences right here underneath Read and Discover. So sentence A says, the chameleon crouched on a branch. An unsuspecting butterfly landed nearby. Sentence B says, chameleons don't like each other. They must be kept in separate enclosures. In which sentence do you think the two clauses are separated correctly? If you said A, you are correct. So up in sentence A, they have used a semicolon to connect these two independent clauses. So down here in the gray box, it says that a semicolon can be used instead of a comma and a conjunction to separate the independent clauses in a compound sentence. So what sentence B is missing right here? It has the comma, but it's missing a conjunction. So sentence A is where the two clauses are separated correctly. So semicolons, biggest thing to remember is that they separate two independent clauses. All right, let's come down here and look at part one together. So for your assignment today, you're going to do all of the questions in part one. And then in part two, you are going to, the directions say each sentence on the left can be matched with a sentence on the right to make a compound sentence. Draw a line to connect each pair of sentences that have related information. You are going to do that first part of the directions. You do not have to rewrite the sentences, but what I'm going to be looking for tomorrow in class is that you have connected the sentences. So with semicolons, you place a semicolon between two independent clauses that are related. So you can't place a semicolon in between two just random clauses that have no connection to each other. They need to be related to each other. That's when using a semicolon is appropriate. Okay, let's look up here at part one together. It says, write a semicolon to separate the clauses in each sentence. So number one says, the chameleon is a very quiet lizard. It sits perfectly still. Go ahead and in your workbook, place the semicolon where you think it should separate the two independent clauses. Okay, if you put your semicolon in between lizard and its, you are correct. So the sentence should read, the chameleon is a very quiet lizard, semicolon, it sits perfectly still. Good job. Okay, let's look at number two. The chameleon's name comes from two Greek words. The words mean dwarf lion. Okay, go ahead and in your workbook, place where you believe the semicolon should go. You should have placed the semicolon in between words and the, so it should go right here in the middle. Your sentence should read, the chameleon's name comes from two Greek words, semicolon. The words mean dwarf lion. Okay, now it is your turn to go ahead and finish the rest of these questions for today. Remember, I will be checking these in class tomorrow. If you have any questions, let me know. Enjoy your Wednesday at home, and I'll see you guys in class.